Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of the Duelist on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, our second rematch against Jack Atlas as Yuya, as we go in and use Aqua Tribal against him. And yeah, as Annotations Grid mentions here, normally Aqua Tribal doesn't do shit against Jack Atlas because, you know, Tyrant RDA just wins the game on its own. But Aqua Tribal does have some tools that makes it so that Tyrant RDA doesn't immediately kill us.
Yomi Ship is a good card.
Yomi Ship is a good card, but, you know, we have to crash into it on our turn in order to use it.
Yeah, you're right, because he can just use the Tyrant. Is he really? No, he can't bring. Right. I was gonna say, like, fuck this game and its loopholes. Like, if he just got out the Tyrant Archfiend because he used a card that says, like, ignore summoning conditions. Now, what the fuck at this point?
Alright, Snowman Eater to blow up Red Wyvern.
Very nice. Very nice. We stopped him from hitting us, and we killed one of his monsters.
Yes,
he worked hard to get that one.
Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is crash our Yomi Ship in, or...
And then we're gonna punch him.
No! That's right, we've got access to Arc now. Except we don't, because we don't have level 3.
Damn it.
Anyway, we'll just set our Yomi Ship.
Metal Reflex Slime.
Metal Reflex Slime is honestly one of the cards that doesn't actually do anything in this match, but is usually a very powerful option in general. Red Resonator effect in order to bring out Red Gardener.
The Gardener.
That would be 10, but he's missing a second tuner, so another Red Wyvern for him. Yeah, I can't use Drowning because Drowning has to be activated on a direct attack.
Correct.
So we lose our Snowman Eater, and then Yomi Ship successfully blows up his Jurikiddo.
Destroy the monster that destroyed this card. Not a lot of cards say that.
Indeed.
Let's give him a hand.
Well, we're hoping to give him a hand at least. Unfortunately, he did not set any spells or traps, so our Ice Hand does not proc. Oh well. Force Resonator. There we go. Behold one of the other Red Dragon Archfiend evolutions, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. This is the one that was meta-defining for a long-ass fucking time.
It has the exact same level, attribute, type, attack, and defense as the Red Dragon Archfiend, I noticed.
Yes, it does. But the primary thing that makes it significantly different than the Red Dragon Archfiend is the fact that it can use its effect to destroy all monsters your opponent controls without attacking.
The Ice Hand is going to drag him to the... Why did we take out his back row?
Because we can't take out his monster.
Why not?
Because the Ice Hand doesn't kill monsters.
Oh. Talk about a slap in the face.
Well, we are about to just win the game here, so...
We are?
Yeah.
Looks like we're about to lose.
I know it looks like we're about to lose, but that's where Mirror Force comes in.
Oh, Drowning Mirror Force. Right. We were just talking about this because now he finally met the conditions that allow us to activate the card.
Yep. Alright, so now we can summon our Minotaurus.
Mobius the Frost Dirk.
No, Mobius the Frost Monarch is honestly really powerful, just not so much in this matchup, so...
Yeah, it's not so much his spell and trap card game that has been a problem. His monsters
it's the fact that
have
he
been...
can combo into a Tyrant and a Scarlight off of literally nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so now...
It's okay, we've got Metal Reflex Slime so that we can sacrifice it to Mobius.
We got him on the ropes.
We do.
We will defeat him in 3 short turns.
Are you sure this isn't 2? Because this is 41.
Activate the effect.
And we destroyed a Call of the Haunted. Yay!
Yeah, I would think. Don't give him any chances to recycle, because if he drew into either a tuner or a non-tuner, then he could have gotten the complementary component from the graveyard.
Oh, Red Sprinter into Red Resonator,
I'm sorry.
gain 2400 into Red
I I looked at that name so fast, I genuinely thought for a second it said Red Sphincter.
Alright, so now we're going to get to show off one of my favorite parts about Aqua Tribal, the Gradle package.
Gradle.
We're going to have Gradle Eagle crash into Red Wyvern, use Gradle Eagle's effect to steal Red Wyvern, and then smack into him for 4,800.
Yep, because his monster just so happened to have been in attack mode.
Well, it has to be in attack mode to kill our stuff, Mr. Cloud.
Oh, right. In the event that you crash the Eagle, like
on his draw
the
phase,
Peregrine Falcon.
Well, standby phase. Activate Spiritual Order Aoi, sacrificing Mobius.
And we're just gonna lock him down. Like, doesn't matter what he drew, it's in the graveyard now.
Yep.
Very nice. I like it.
Gotta love the Gradle package. Hey, it's Icebond. Anyway, Red Wyvern, finish off Jack Atlas for us.
Yay.
Thank you, Gradle Eagle. Alright, so Yuya has successfully won the Friendship Cup. Yay!
I relinquish my crown to you. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
Red Resonator, King Skyla, and Resonator Call. Supposedly, we have successfully resolved classism, which isn't actually true, but that was our goal, to resolve classism.
But we find a vicious cycle.
Yes, now we have to go deal with the French ambassador who is behind most of it. Because yes, it is the French that are at the head of classist regimes, don't you know?
The French Revolution did change the world. Just for the record.
Alright, so we're gonna run Declan Akaba's deck. Wanna guess what archetype he's running, Mr. Cloud?
DD.
Kind of. Declan is running the Different Dimension Demons.
The D-Maze. I like it.
So, Declan specifically wants to get out into the big main deck of Different Dimension Demon monsters, specifically Chaos King Apocalypse and the other two Chaos Kings. I forget what they actually are called.
Well, still, I'm gonna keep my eye open for DD Savant Galileo.
Yes, he has Galileo in here. I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna use it.
Okay.
We are gonna use Newton and Copernicus. Then we're gonna Pendulum Summon. Are we gonna summon Newton as well? I don't think we summon Newton as well, because I think we want to use Newton to grab another one of the dark contracts.
For the record, I was being entirely facetious when I guessed that Galileo was a monster.
Well, you're not wrong is the thing. Like, the Different Dimension Demons, for specifically the starters, are all named after named after famous astrologists. Galileo, Copernicus, Newton.
No, that's let me stop you right there. Newton was not an astrologer.
He was a space researcher.
His mathematical computations helped us to determine what is the force of gravity and what is it derived from, which is the mass of the Earth in which he and everything he knew resided on.
And gravity is the primary force of space.
Right, that it is an inherent component of all matter in the universe, right.
And so, of course, Jean, being French, is running the most annoying version of Ancient Gear Control. Howitzer Control.
Yeah, I find control rather appropriate for an opponent that we're supposed to hate this guy.
Okay. No, we're not going to use Copernicus's effect to prevent that damage.
So given the option between two scenarios, would you rather wait 15 minutes to find out that you lost the game, or would you rather wait 35 minutes to find out that you won the game?
Depends. What round is it?
One.
Round 1, 15 minutes.
Exactly. Curse King Siegfried.
So, Declan, ironically enough, is actually running both fusion and synchro monsters. This is technically something that is really weird, because he is from the Pendulum Dimension. So why is he running both synchro and fusion monsters if they are not really not necessarily native, but the primary source of power in the standard dimension? So, we're going to Pendulum Summon our DD Night Howl and our... I can't read it from here. Prince... No, Proud Chevalier.
Proud Chevalier. Yeah, there he is. He's so proud.
Okay. Now, we can go into Curse of King Siegfried.
We're gonna need an answer to that level limit Area B pretty soon.
Not that soon, to be perfectly honest. Now we can use Cursed King to negate the level limit Area B. Haha.
Oh, nice. That's almost as bad as destroying it. Actually, it's worse because now it's tying up one of his spell and trap card zones.
Unfortunately, it's Howitzer that we have a problem with now, because I can't kill Howitzer.
It just goes to show that how loathsome.
I'm a bit confused as to why I can't use Swirl Slime to go into Beowulf at the moment, actually. And I think the reason specifically... Oh, yeah, we killed Howitzer, and then he goes into Ancient Gear Engineer. Alright.
Right. Oh, crap. But Ancient Gear Engineer has the effect of... Wait, no. Ancient Gear Engineer doesn't destroy... No, he does. Ancient Gear Engineer can destroy spell and trap cards.
But what spell and trap card would he want to destroy, Mr. Cloud?
Probably one of our pendulum dudes.
Alright, Monster Reborn in order to grab another engineer.
Nice. But, alright, but he can't attack... So Siegfried can only negate spell and trap card effects until the end of the turn?
Yes.
I see. Well, I mean, we do get to keep using it over and over again.
Yes, we do. And Ancient Gear Fusion for... let's see, Ancient Gear and Ancient Gear Engineer. So, another Howitzer.
Nice. You'd think the Ancient Gear Guillotine would be more appropriate for Jean-Michel Roger.
The problem is we've seen Howitzer already, so... and Howitzer, you know, is more thematically appropriate with the Ancient Gear, since a lot of them have either... You know, they have classic metal weaponry. You know, drills, fangs, gauntlets, that kind of stuff.
Right. Classic.
Oh, see? We have Nikola and Thomas and...
Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. Okay.
Yeah.
I am grinning now.
All the DD combo starters, specifically... are, you know, well-renowned researchers. Now we can actually use Swirl Slime.
King Beowulf.
Use Swirl Slime and Chaos King Apocalypse to go into Beowulf.
We're getting quite the history and lore lesson from this. What a roster of names of illustrious acclaim we have run into in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright, Chaos King Apocalypse to kill Howitzer. Howitzer effect in order to summon out Ancient Gear Knight.
Gemini.
Siegfried to kill Ancient Gear Knight. Then Beowulf to kill Engineer. Hey,
Nice.
Mr. Cloud, we're gonna beat Ancient Gears again.
Nice. These Ancient Gears can go to hell.
Oh, right. I've not actually explained the Dark Contracts. The Dark Contracts, for the almost all of the Dark Contract spells for the DDD archetype force you to pay 1,000 life points during your standby phase. However, in response, they have extremely powerful reusable effects every turn. And in fact, the DDD archive has multiple different monsters that allow you to either negate that cost, or instead of taking that damage, actually gain life points from it instead. Specifically, DDD Knight Joan, who is supposed to be Joan of Arc. Yes. Like all of the extra deck boss monsters, with the exception of I think a black and white Apocalypse, are supposed to be, you know, famous European heroes and such. You got Joan of Arc, you got Siegfried, and you've got the Beowulf. All right, Jean, we have bested you, and he has returned to his original dimension.
He's not gonna bother us anymore.
Actually,
we sent him to hell.
We're going with him.
Oh, yep. Everybody's getting sucked into the wormhole.
Yep, and we have ended up in the Ixies dimension. Be safe, everybody.
Looks more like
Hey, we
Los
got a new deck
Angeles.
avatar. Ha ha!
Nice.
Age of the Paleozoic.